breaking news at this hour, Donald Trump being declared as the winner of the 2024 elections in the United States of America. Wow. This is something that no one sees it coming, because as we are talking right now, the return of Donald Trump have taken place.
We overcame obstacles that nobody thought possible, and it is now clear that we've achieved the most incredible political thing. Look what happened. Is this crazy? But it's a political victory that our country has never seen before, nothing like this. I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president. And every citizen, I will fight for you, for your family, and your future. Every single day I will be fighting for you, and with every breath in my body, I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve. This will truly be the golden age of America. That's what we have to have. This is a magnificent victory for the American people that will allow us to make America great again. Oh,
did Donald Trump actually fired Kamala Harris when he said this?
Kamala, you're fired. Get the hell out of here. You're fired. Get the hell out of here. You want to ruin our country?
Guys, please note that this is the first time in the entire history of the USA to see a politician who makes such a comeback. Well, we are talking about Donald Trump, who failed to secure his second term while he was still in the office as the President of the United States of America. And he tried for the third time for him to come up as a winner of these elections. After everything that happens, after all the challenge that he had to face, some had to criticizing him by shutting his mouth off.
The release of this falsehood-ridden, unconstitutional J6 brief immediately following Tim Walz's disastrous debate performance, and 33 days before the most important election in the history of our country, is another obvious attempt by the Harris-Biden regime to undermine and weaponize American democracy and interfere in the 2024 presidential election.
Oh yes, they use everything possible in their power in order for them to silence him. They use even their social media in order for them to not give him an easy platform for him to express himself. Do you guys remember when they have to delete or block him from all the social media platforms?
Donald Trump is also arguably the first and only president in the world to be banned from social media platforms. All these tech giants decided to silence him for good after he was accused of supporting the Capitol Hill rioters online. So he made his own social network.
What Facebook, Twitter, and Google have done is a total disgrace and an embarrassment to our country. Free speech has been taken away from the President of the United States because the radical left lunatics are afraid of the truth. But the truth will come out anyway, bigger and stronger than ever before. The people of our country will not stand for it. These corrupt social media companies must pay a political price and must never again be allowed to destroy and decimate our electoral process.
They did not stop there, because from banning him from social media, they had to take him inside courts by raising up different cases which they want to make sure that they take him down by stopping him not to be the candidate to this USA presidential candidate in behalf of the Republicans.
The court cases don't end there, because there was the scandal with the classified documents at Trump's Florida home, Mar-a-Lago, and of course with the Stormy Daniels hush money as well.
This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. The real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people. And they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here.
he almost didn't even make it onto the ballot, as there were several groups and even states trying to ban him. In some cases, even the U.S. Supreme Court had to intervene. Yet another court case and some more time wasted for all involved.
But guys, was that all? No, because we saw after they failed with their mission to take him down, they had to take it to the high level by trying to assassinate him, by trying to unalive him, so that the man should not just be there. And we also how Donald Trump have to survive multiple assassination attempts on him.
This video provides a detailed analysis of the trajectories of all the bullets in the Trump shooting incident and how they ultimately struck 3 innocent victims. It was a harrowing event. In the footage, you can see the 3 victims who were shot. 1 person died, and 2 others were injured. Let's have a moment of silence for the deceased. Now, we will reverse the footage to examine the true origin of the bullets. This is the location of the attacker, Thomas. To provide a clearer perspective, we placed a 10-foot diameter red disc as a reference. This represents the maximum range Thomas could aim under the given conditions. First, let's focus on the fatal first shot. This bullet passed through Trump's right ear, continued forward, grazed the left shoulder of one spectator, and then hit another spectator in the right abdomen. Fortunately, the person was standing. Had they been sitting, the bullet might have struck their head. When Trump was hit, he instinctively covered his ear with his hand and fell to the ground. More gunshots followed, with a total of approximately 7 to 8 bullets fired. Now, let's replay this scene at normal speed to take a look at what happened.
Take a look at what happened.
The spectator is the innocent victim who tragically lost their life. It appears the bullet hit a vital area. If it had been slightly off, the person might have survived. It's truly unfortunate.
In the meanwhile, when all this was happening, of course, on the other side of Democrats, they were actually investing a lot of money. We're talking about $3 billion US, which they had managed to spend in order for them to come and defeat Donald Trump. But remember what I have said to you in our previous video, where we get to explain to you that the reason why Democrats, they are trying to do all these things, the reason why the Democrats, they want to remain in power, it is because they are having something to lose in case if they are being kicked out in the office by the Republicans, which I'll try again to develop more in the next minute. But guys, why am I bringing all this? Because when these things was happening, when all these battles Donald Trump have to go through, on the other side, besides Democrats spending all those billions of money in order for them to finance these elections, well, we saw also Joe Biden, who's supposed to be standing against Donald Trump, who have to recuse himself and withdraw from this race to replace him with Kamala Harris for the reasons which we'll show you again very soon in this video if you watch it until the end. So, and they did not do all this and stop right there. No, they had to go even more far by starting now to recruit all the American celebrities so that they can come out as influencers in order for them to influence people to go and vote for Democrats. Guys, imagine all these efforts end up going in vain. Do you know why? Because this election actually, it has taught us something that we should understand, that people can decide something to say about your life. People can prefer to destroy you, careers, political careers, or whatsoever it could be. But if you have that consistency, and if you have God by your side, you must know that you always come out as the winner. Why am I saying this? Guys, we all know what happened to Donald Trump recently when they tried to assassinate him. That one, there's no way you can convince me personally, telling me that no, it was all planned.
The Trump campaign is seizing on this apparent assassination attempt as a way to rile up his base.
He's trying to use this also politically, unsurprisingly.
The apparent assassination attempt comes amid increasingly fierce rhetoric on the campaign trail itself. Mr. Trump, his running mate J.D. Vance continue to make baseless claims about Haitian immigrants in Ohio.
The mainstream media, which now also seems to include the world's top social media platforms, are increasingly being called out for blindly towing the line of the Democratic Party and the Biden-Harris administration.
If you Googled Rogan Trump,
they got to Joe. They got to Joe. He's apologizing.
You could only get clips. You couldn't watch the whole episode. You couldn't find it. And so we reached out to them a couple of times, and they fixed it, to their credit. So now you can find it.
There's no such a way, because looking at how far was this boy who shot at Donald Trump, and look at how that bullet went through his ear, you can tell that if Donald Trump did not make that move by turning his head aside, this man would have gone, because the bullet was going to hit him somewhere here. Now, and we can tell already that it's only by God's miracles Donald Trump managed to survive from this assassination attempt against him, isn't it? So, Donald Trump himself, in his speech, as he was declaring himself as the winner of these elections, according to the result which was on the board already, Donald Trump said that
God spared my life for a reason. And that reason was to save our country and to restore America to greatness. And now we are going to fulfill that mission together. We're going to fulfill that mission. The task before us will not be easy, but I will bring every ounce of energy, spirit, and fight.
Yes, indeed. It is only God who can make such a things become possible for someone. It is only God who managed to save him during that time when they tried to shoot at him. And it is only by God's grace that Donald Trump is still alive. Now, when all these things happens, here at Cool Buzz TV, we sat down with you guys. We told you through our analysis and tell you that whoever is trying to kill Donald Trump, they are actually making a very big mistake. I'll explain why. We said to you that because after everything they put Donald Trump in, or they put Donald Trump through, even if you used to hate Donald Trump that much, actually you end up understanding that all these points, all these things that have happened to Donald Trump, it will end up opening up your eyes and end up seeing that no, actually there's some inside enemy who want to destroy the democracy of the United States of America, who want to bring the World War III, who want to raise up even more conflict than the one we're experiencing right now around the world, whether it is in Africa or Asia or in the Middle East. It is these people who are trying to destroy Donald Trump. And they raise up different things. They first stop him from expressing himself through social media. They ban him, Facebook banned him, whether it is Instagram, name them as you wish. All this media banned Donald Trump from expressing himself like every individual who's supposed to be having a freedom of speech. And when all these things happen, obviously, many people, they start now opening up their eyes like, no, what if Donald Trump is right on this one? Why do they want to take him down? They stop him from social media. They took him inside the court. Inside the court, we even explain to you again, we also how some of the courts have to find Donald Trump not guilty, but some judges, they have to go and try to find another way to open different cases, which some of them, they're still ongoing right now.
Democrats are weaponizing the Justice Department against me because they know I am winning, and they are desperate to prop up their failing candidate, Kamala Harris.
Of course, it will be cancelled anytime soon because the man is no more that simple former president of the United States of America that they want to sue, but now it's the current president of America. So whatsoever was happening inside the court, I believe it will be now in the past, unless maybe according to their constitutions, if it will be something that they'll have to wait and reopen again the case once Donald Trump is not in the power. But in other countries' constitutions, all I know is that every decisions or any things that a president can take, can make as a decisions while they're still in power, is not something that it can be sued of. So we shall wait and see about that. But back to what I was saying, these judges, they have to go and fabricate a certain kind of attack through the law in order for them to bring Donald Trump inside, because their missions was only one. It was for them to make sure that Donald Trump, he should not be voted as the Republican candidate so that he can come and participate to these elections. But surprisingly, God also with his own way of doing things, the Republicans, they did not look on this. They even become united as a one political party, and they give all their support to Donald Trump. We saw even some of the candidates, Republican candidates, who have to come and endorse their support to Donald Trump. And all this, it was a very strong message of showing everyone out there that something actually is being cooked. The Republicans and those who usually deliver power, they are actually working on something in order for them to destroy their candidates. And that did not work for the Democrats. So now, people of the United States, they understand to that game, and they came back and they spoke out. Not because Donald Trump have that kind of a beautiful speech. Instead, is the one of the candidates who have such an ugly speech that it can even piss many people out there. Remember what he said recently about the immigrants in America, where he had to accuse them that these people that are coming here to eat our dogs and our cats.
What they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
Such kind of speech, it really broke the hearts of many people out there, especially those who are still immigrants. So most of people, they did not even vote for him because of that. They have to go and vote for Kamala Harris. And some of them, they prefer even to keep quiet and not vote for anyone because of that. But yet the man is still coming out. So this is just a way of people of America sending the message to the Republicans, to the Democrats, saying that you guys, we are tired of what you are doing right now, because they have done a lot of damage, whether it is locally, whether it is internationally. The world is in mess right now, all because of the Democrat under Joe Biden. The 4 past years, it brings this bad experience, whether it is in the world or in America politics. And Americans, they have understand that. So they have to come and send a loud message to this. So they had to compare, because if you remember very well, the time when Joe Biden was challenging Donald Trump for the White House, things that Joe Biden have said, the way they decorated Donald Trump, of course, it made everyone believe that Donald Trump was the best and the worst president that the USA could have never had in their history. But the 4 years that have passed by, it had actually make everyone to understand that if we have to compare Joe Biden and Donald Trump, well, the choice is more clear, and that's what is happening right now. And Americans, they have a couple of reasons which we'll develop for you in our next video. But guys, this was just a breaking news which we have to come and announce it for you, as the elections of 2024 in the United States of America, the winner is being announced out there, and we all know that it's Donald Trump Well, that is it. So stay tuned for our next coming video where we'll develop more about the whole things, how it happens, from where it started and where we are at the moment. Don't miss out, stay tuned. But before all, don't leave also watching this video without you liking. We would appreciate it if you give us your thumbs up so that this message can reach to many people out there. We really do appreciate your time, and I believe that will be all for now. Continue to be yourself. Be good, be kind, have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. I'll see you again very soon in our next video. Ciao, ciao.